Like, you understand how important it is. You know, I watch a lot of stuff on Deion Sanders, and he's so motivating on
a complete and total failure of leadership from the federal government.
If anyone asks how it's going in the black community, you tell them we're rising. And I have an old friend. He was on the Brian Clay Chronicles 8 years ago, if you can believe that. He's sitting on the bench. He is our current judge, Mark Ward. How you doing, brother?
Wonderful. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
A pleasure to see you.
You're
too.
looking young and youthful without the Top Gun mustache.
Well, my wife insisted that I get rid of the mustache because I was having difficulty making it match my color of my hair.
Oh, I can see that. Brother Ward, you are a judge. Tell us a bit about the court that you preside over.
Well, I preside over Division 9 of Criminal Court. It's the court of general jurisdiction for criminal cases. And it's the court where all jury trials are held. In Tennessee, they're held in criminal court or circuit court, but here in Shelby County, we have 10 criminal court divisions that specialize and do nothing but jury trials in criminal cases. And it's a court of general jurisdiction, which means it covers everything from the smallest misdemeanor to the most serious cases like death penalty cases. And so we get a variety of different things that come into the court, but we're the only court in which someone can get a jury trial.
I don't know if you knew this, Brother Ward, but I went to law school years ago in Alabama. And one of the books that we read in civil procedures was very similar to that. You have a book. Tell us a little bit about what you have today.
This is a book that I wrote in the year 2000 called Tennessee Criminal Trial Practice. And I've written a new edition of it for the last 22 years.
Which you just add on to it?
And what we do is, as the laws change and the legislature passes new laws and the appellate courts decide new cases and the United States Supreme Court decides new cases, I incorporate them in each additional edition. This is a book that is designed for judges, prosecutors, and defense lawyers who actually represent people in criminal court. It's also a book that is given to every new criminal court judge that is elected and assumes office. The Tennessee Supreme Court gives them this book so that they'll have the resources to address the different procedural issues that come before them.
When you say create new laws, and I say this with an asterisk because I don't want to get too political, but interpretation of the law is what, in many ways, how this country operates. In your court, how do you use a wonderful document like this that you even authored and you incorporate that with John Q. Public that comes into your court with situations?
Well, what this book does is try to accumulate all the information that one would need to address a particular issue in a case. So if a case comes before me, and I may recall that in Chapter 12, Paragraph 3, Footnote 6, there was a similar case that was decided somewhere else in Tennessee, and I need to get the ruling on that case, how the appellate court addressed it, and determine whether or not it was handled appropriately in that case. And then when I have a similar fact situation, then I can apply the same rules to that individual case.
Can a layperson purchase that book?
Yes, they can. Unfortunately, it goes for about $800.
Right.
Because it's really meant to be a manual for lawyers and judges to utilize. But I also use this as a textbook at the law school.
Okay.
I teach a course called Criminal Procedure
Is this at
2,
Cecil
C. Humphrey School of Law, and I've taught that course since the year 2000. So this is my 22nd year. The first 2 years that I taught the course, I didn't have a book to use. I used a national book, and I decided that it would be much better if these lawyers, 99% of them who are going to practice in Tennessee, had a book that was devoted to Tennessee criminal procedure. And so that's one of the reasons that I originated the book. And the students at the law school have been utilizing it as their textbook for the last 20 years.
Awesome, awesome. Look into that camera, Judge Ward, and tell us why we should re-elect you back to the bench.
I'm Judge Mark Ward. I've been the judge of Criminal Court Division 9 since 2004. I've been elected by you people twice, once in 2006 and once in 2014. I've served my entire legal career, which is now consists of 43 years, 25 years in practice and 18 on the bench. I've never had a discipline problem. I've never had a problem with the Court of Judiciary, never had a problem ethics-wise. So I've served honorably during my time. Most importantly, twice during my tenure on the bench, the Memphis Bar Association has conducted comprehensive evaluations of all the judges in Shelby County. And in the 2 times that they did that, I was the highest rated judge in Shelby County out of all 84 state, federal, county, and municipal judges. And what I'm most proud of is that I got the highest marks for being courteous and respectful to all, and for remaining impartial during court proceedings. And obviously, I also received the highest marks for knowledge of the law.
Right.
But what makes me proud is the fact that I got the highest marks for being courteous, respectful to all persons in the courtroom, and remained impartial throughout my legal career.
And that says a lot about you and how you are not only a judge, but you're a part of this community. You'll come back to the Brian Clay Chronicles, right?
I will, most certainly.
All
Good
righty,
to see
man.
you.
Good seeing you. Mark Ward, judge. We're going to re-elect Mark Ward. Right after this, we have my brother, Cedric Wooten, who is running for judge right here in Memphis and Shelby County. You're watching the Brian Clay Chronicles. Pop out.